My name is Serena Padilla, and I'm a transfer peer mentor. I'm a junior, and I study finance.
Hi, I'm Taylor Dean. I'm a transfer peer mentor as well. I'm a CIS major, and I'm also a senior.
Hi, I'm Thomas Hernandez, Associate Director of Scholarships in the Office of Financial Aid.
Hi, I'm Lauren Copel, Assistant Director of Scholarship Support and Retention in Roadways.
And I'm Carrie Applin Gomez. I'm a coordinator with the Scholar Success and Retention.
And we're here today to talk to our panelists about some scholarship opportunities and help answer questions that you may have in the future.
So our first question is, what type of scholarships are available for students?
There are four main types of scholarships available to students. Those come in the different sources of state scholarships, external or private scholarships, our MSU Denver Foundation scholarships, and our institutional-based scholarships. For our institutional-based scholarships, there's one specifically that might be exciting to transfer students, and that's our PTK scholarship, which helps fund students who are transferring from a community college to MSU Denver.
One external or private scholarship that transfer students might especially be interested in is eligible for DACA or DACA eligible students, and that's called the Dream US Scholarship, and we're a partner institution for that.
One of the most fantastic scholarships we have for both the transfer students as well as the continuing freshman students is the Raise Your Family Scholarship. And this is a merit and need-based scholarship, and it's a full-ride scholarship.
Are there any web pages that I can go to see what scholarships are available?
Yes. The Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships on the scholarship page has some really specific information for scholarships, including scholarship writing tips, a great database of external scholarship opportunities that gets updated twice a month, as well as the MSU Denver General Scholarship application. The priority deadline for that is March 1st. That being said, we know a lot of transfer students transfer midway through the year. It is always worth doing your scholarship application at any point, and there are some scholarship opportunities, like transfer opportunities, that might not be awarded specifically around that deadline. Additionally, the Gender Institute for Teaching and Advocacy, also called GITA, has great scholarship resources and information on their webpage, as well as the Roadways Scholarship website. You can find that under Getting Scholarships if you search for that.
Sometimes students want to apply to a scholarship that requires a 3.0 GPA, but they have a 2.9. Should they still apply?
I would say the answer is yes. You always want to apply for scholarships because you're usually in the middle of a semester, and that will help you kind of keep you motivated to get better grades, and all of those grades will count in your cumulative GPA. So if there's a chance that you can bring it up to whatever that 3.0 or requirement is, I would say yes, make sure you apply. The one caveat to that is that if you are an art student, you'll apply for art scholarships, but if you're an engineering student, you may not want to apply for an art scholarship. So apply for scholarships that are applicable to you. What is your major?
Is there a minimum amount of time I need to have been an MSU Denver student to qualify for scholarships?
Technically, no. However, you do want to make sure that your admissions application is completed. We use the MSU Denver Net ID, so that's your email address from MSU Denver, to allow you to sign into the general scholarship application. What's important about that is that's where we pull the information about you specifically. So that's where we'll check your GPA, your transfer credits, as well as any other information about your student account that we need to know. We also encourage that you have your FAFSA as well as a Dreamer application completed. If you're an undocumented student, then you do the Dreamer application. If you are a traditional student, you do the FAFSA. But what's important about that is that we use that complete file and that information to award our institutional scholarships. We do have a specific transfer institutional scholarship that's available, and we look for students who have a 3.25 and at least 12 credit hours transferring in.
What is the relationship of scholarship money to the overall financial aid award?
For scholarships, we do ask that students do a FAFSA or a DREAMER application, depending on what your standing is. And then we do assess to see what type of aid you can get that fits within your overall budget. And so if students are outstanding and apply to multiple scholarships and you receive multiple scholarships, we're just going to check to make sure that your overall aid that you're receiving fits within what we say it costs for you to be a student here. So the benefit of applying to multiple scholarships or receiving multiple scholarships is that in your overall cost of attendance, typically students are offered loans, but when you receive scholarships, we can typically reduce the amount of loan that's offered to you. So in the long run, it's great because then you don't have as much debt and you're really kind of paying for school while you're attending.
Where can I get help writing a scholarship essay? And in your opinion, what makes a strong scholarship essay?
So you can get help writing scholarship essays from MSU Denver's website, as well as the Gender Institute for Teaching and Advocacy, and of course Immigrant Services and our scholarship workshops that we have during the year. In response to the question, how do I make my essay strong? You want to make sure that you're answering the questions for the particular essay that you're writing for, the question you're writing for, and tell your story. We want to hear about you. But also make sure you take it and read it out loud, have someone else read it out loud, work with other people to make it a strong essay. Make sure the editing is done. Put it down in a Word document so that you're checking your spelling and your grammar. Any amount of help you can get is going to make it a stronger essay.
What are the best times for students to be applying for scholarships?
So the best time for students to start looking at aid for the upcoming year is that the FAFSA becomes available in October annually, and so that's really when you start applying for your federal and state aid. And then pretty close after that, at the beginning of December, we'll launch the scholarship application for the upcoming year. And so that gives you kind of, if you're a continuing student, that gives you winter break to be working on your essay, as well as your general application. And then the scholarship workshops that were referenced earlier, we host those January through March, and so those are usually about once a week, and it's about a 2-hour workshop where we go over what general scholarships are available to students, as well as help with writing a strong essay, as well as telling your story.
What is the most important thing transfer students should remember from this interview with you?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that MSU Denver has scholarships and has transfer-specific scholarships for you. In order to be eligible for those scholarships, you have to apply. You have to apply to the MSU Denver General Scholarship application whenever you can. Look for those additional opportunities, put the time into editing your essay and telling your story, and look at those resources to make the most robust essay possible.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.